Fine, Netflix, you win. It all started with my brother.
God, I hope this works.
Hey Pop, have you seen Demon Hunter?
Now, why would you tell me that, bro? You know I'm not into K-pop. And then I found love with the movie. Can you believe that? That audacity.
Let me tell you, this movie has sparked so much inspiration and creativity in me, and that hasn't happened in a long time, at least from a movie. So here I am, I caved in. I'm finally making my own K-pop Demon Hunter, but with a twist, which I will reveal in a second. From the colors to the themes to the meanings behind the movies and the animation styles, we're gonna talk about it all in this video. Fair warning, this video contains major spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it first and then come back to this video. You better come back to this video. The premise of this movie is about K-pop idols called huntrix, and they are basically K-pop idols in the day and demon hunters at the night. For centuries, demons have been preying on humans by stealing their souls and feeding it to this demonic presence. Its name is Gima. A group of 3 women rose to become the first demon hunters, and they created the Honmun to seal the demons from our world. And the Honmun has been maintained by the trio women in all the generations by using their powerful singing voice. We have the main protagonist, Rumi, and she is the leader of the K-pop idol Huntrix. And then we are introduced to Jinu when he made a deal with Gima about stealing the fans of Huntrix by pretending to be K-pop idols themselves called Saja Boys. And let me tell you, they look good. Speaking of Saja Boys, one of the inspiration for this artwork that I'm creating is one of the really good songs that they sang in the movie, and it's called Your Idol. This is the scene when Saja Boys have successfully lured millions of fans to steal their human souls, which, by the way, I think is a very important scene, and I will break this down in a second. So my artwork is going to be a female demon with a twist. When I finished watching the movie, I was left wondering why Rumi is half demon herself and who are her parents? So I made this character that was inspired by that question. Her name is Yojin, and she is a demon hunter herself. At least one of the first few demon hunters. She was tricked by Gima by falling in love with his human form to destroy the Honmun. So basically, she's Rumi's great grandmother. Pretty clever story, what you think? Obviously, this idea is not original. I stole this from Greek mythologies because Greek gods used to pretend humans themselves to sleep with women. And this is how demigods are created. So I say, why not mash that into this story? By the way, if you are liking this video, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. It genuinely helps me a lot. And in return, I promise to create bigger and better content for you. Thank you so much for your support. For this artwork, I'm using this photo for Pinterest because I like her posts and she looks pretty cool. And the scene Your Idol is pretty dark and the main colors are red and black, and I definitely want to keep that theme. Other major colors are pinks, reds, and purples, and I also want to add that in my artwork. I am gonna draw this in my own style though because I want it to be fun. Speaking of style, can we talk about the animation of this movie? The expressive emotions with the polished animation style? What's going on, Sony? The fact that the creators executed this very well, which I'm assuming is not a very easy technique and it takes a tremendous amount of skill to do. It's honestly one of the reasons why I think this movie is super successful. You don't see a lot of that being done, and that's why this masterpiece really stands out. You guys really need to watch this movie. The meanings behind the movie and the layers of meaning will literally blow your mind. And I have found like a genuine connection to this movie because of it. When Rumi's demonic pattern was revealed, that's when I know that this movie is a lot deeper than we thought. Rumi had struggled her entire life by hiding this part of who she is. And honestly, that made her a very relatable character because everyone knows at least one person that struggles with something, whether that's mental health or a certain type of disability, and they're not proud of it. They hide it, just like how Rumi does. For me, that is my mental health issues. I personally struggle with anxiety, depression, and PTSD from my childhood and also my experience in the Navy. And we can even take this further. Gima represents exactly that. our fears, our doubts, and insecurities. Now, remember I was talking about the Saja boys luring all these fans? That scene, this is why it's important. There's this voice that was literally whispering in Zoe's and Mira's ears. It was Gima that was validating their fears and insecurities and basically all the human flaws that they have. And then in the end, the last song that Huntrix sang is about fighting against these demons, which is, I believe, the main takeaway of the movie. The song "This Is What It Sounds Like" literally made me cry. I know maybe I'm just very sensitive, or maybe I just really find deep meaning in movies and literature, but it struck a nerve, and in a good way. The song is about pulling that strength within us and finding that voice to embrace who we truly are. Because isn't that the purpose of our existence? Getting to know ourselves and loving every aspect of who we are, both good and the bad. Just like how Rumi did in the end. She embraced who she is, and she wasn't afraid to see and show all these patterns all over her body. Did you know that the word Saja means two different things in Korean culture? Saja could mean lion, which we saw in those glow sticks that the fans were bringing in the stadium. Or it could also mean Grim Reaper, which guides the souls to the afterlife. The tassels that the Huntrix were also wearing actually have meanings. I bet you didn't even notice that they were wearing tassels, huh? They are called norige. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please correct me if I'm butchering all these Korean words in a comment. Correct me, please. The tassels actually also represents their character. For example, Zoe was wearing like a yellow tassel, and it's supposed to represent childlike, she's fun, and she's also very cute. And Mira was wearing like a pink tassel, which represents regal, glamorous, and bold. And we can see that in her character in the movie, that she's very bold. She stands with what she believes in. And actually, that's one of the reasons why I think she's one of my favorite characters. No, actually, I feel like I'm the closest to Zoe, not because I'm like cute or anything, but because I'm actually pretty funny. Like, I don't know, I don't take a lot of things in life seriously because, girl, life is already difficult. You have to laugh sometimes. So I think I'm the closest to Zoe. For Rumi, she wears a purple tassel, and it's supposed to represent like how she's traditional, the light and darkness that she has in her character, and the inner struggle, and also Sailor Moon. I mean, you know, she exudes main character. So I really like that they did those little details, because I bet you didn't even notice them. But I've also like watched this like movie 17 times, so like I don't blame you. Their weapons are also based on Korean traditional weapons, believe it or not. Rumi has like the four tiger, which is like the well-known weapon in Korea. And the four tiger sword is supposed to be guarded by the four tigers. And they're supposed to give protection and strength for the person that wields it. I actually added a little bit of Korean mythology in my artwork. The mask is inspired by a dokebi. Dokebi are known as goblins, and they are mischievous little creatures that could either help human beings or actually fight against them. There's an evil goblin called Gay Dokebi, and it was inspired by this picture, and I thought that was really fun to do for my artwork. And here is the final piece. What do you guys think? I'm really happy and I'm so proud of this artwork. Please check out my website down in the description box if you want to get a fine art print of this artwork. As always, thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me.